It was the night of April 1st, 2006, spring break for Ohio State University. Brian Shaffer, a 27-year-old medical student with an easy smile and big dreams, had plans to escape the grind of exams with something lighter, a tropical vacation to Miami with his girlfriend, Alexis. But first, a night out to celebrate the start of break. Brian and his friend William Clint Florence started the evening with drinks at a couple of bars near campus before heading to the Ugly Tuna Saloon, a second-story bar in the University District, bustling with music and flashing lights. Brian was in high spirits that night, according to friends. Despite the fact he was still grieving the loss of his mother, Renee, who had died just weeks earlier from a battle with cancer, he seemed optimistic, even playful. He reportedly told Alexis he planned to propose during their upcoming trip. It was the kind of night that should have ended with happy memories. Instead, it turned into one of the most baffling missing person cases in modern history. Security footage from the Ugly Tuna Saloon shows Brian arriving at the bar around 1:15 a.m. Later, he's seen outside, chatting and laughing with two women near the entrance before seemingly stepping back inside the bar. After that, nothing. No footage ever captured him leaving. Cameras covered every exit except for one, a service door at the back leading to a construction site full of hazards. Yet investigators combed through that area and found no trace of him, no body, no evidence of injury. As the sun rose the next morning, friends and family grew frantic. Calls to Brian's phone went unanswered, except for a strange glimmer of hope. Several days after he disappeared, Alexis called his number, and it rang. A fleeting, chilling detail. Cell tower pings indicated the phone had briefly connected to a tower near Hilliard, Ohio, about 14 miles from Columbus. But the phone company later explained this could have been a glitch, a rare fluke where a powered-off phone still registers a signal. Search efforts were relentless. Police, cadaver dogs, and even private investigators scoured Columbus, sewers, abandoned buildings, and the nearby Olentangy River. Not a single clue surfaced. It was as if Brian had vanished into thin air. Authorities even scrutinized the surveillance footage frame by frame, examining every patron who entered and exited the bar that night. No one matching Brian's description was ever seen leaving. Suspicion naturally turned toward those who had last seen him. Clint Florence, the friend who had been with him most of the evening, reportedly refused to take a polygraph test on the advice of his lawyer. Clint's lack of cooperation has long fueled public speculation, though police have never named him a suspect. Meanwhile, Alexis, devastated, left voicemails on Brian's phone every night for months, clinging to the hope he would somehow hear them. Years passed. In 2008, tragedy struck again when Brian's father, Randy Shaffer, died in a freak accident during a windstorm. Family and friends placed a note next to his obituary. A simple plea, asking Brian to come home. Even today, Brian's younger brother Derek continues to hope for answers, refusing to let the case fade from memory. Over the years, internet sleuths and armchair detectives have proposed theories, ranging from the plausible to the wild. Some believe Brian left voluntarily to start a new life, overwhelmed by grief. Others think foul play was involved. Perhaps an altercation inside the bar that was quietly covered up. A few point to the bizarre idea of the smiley face killer theory, a controversial notion that a serial killer or group of killers targets young men near bodies of water. Yet, no credible link has ever been established between Brian's disappearance and any larger pattern. The most grounded theory remains that Brian attempted to exit through the service door, perhaps disoriented or intoxicated, and suffered a fatal accident amidst the construction. But again, no evidence, no witnesses, no body. New technology has renewed some hope. Age progression renderings released by the FBI show what Brian might look like today, in his mid-40s. Each year, investigators quietly re-examine the case, hoping fresh eyes or advances in forensic science will uncover something overlooked. But for now, Brian Shaffer remains a haunting question mark in the heart of Columbus, a young man who stepped into a crowded bar and was never seen again. In a world saturated with cameras and information, his story is a sobering reminder. Sometimes people really can vanish without a trace.